Hey, this is Evan Woodbery from Knoxville News Sentinel and Go Vols Extra here at the indoor practice facility where Tennessee just wrapped up its 5th spring practice of the season and the first one since their scrimmage on Saturday. But even though it wasn't a scrimmage situation, there was still a lot of hitting, still some scrimmage drills, still some one-on-one team drills with some full contact. We even saw one portion of practice today where Butch Jones briefly declared the quarterbacks live so the defense could hit the quarterbacks just like anybody else. He says he'll do that from time to time during the spring just to get the quarterbacks acclimated. Biggest news out of today is just the absence of Eric Gordon for the second time. He's a fifth-year nickel back, probably would have been among the leaders to be that nickel back slot. He is away from the team dealing with personal issues, Butch Jones said. He's still in campus, still going to class, but has to do some things off the field before he returns to the team. So it doesn't sound like he may or may not be back for the rest of spring. Going forward, Jerron Toney would probably be the #1 nickel back guy in his absence. Beyond that, Butch Jones said it was the best practice to date. He said he felt like the players bounced back well from the Saturday scrimmage. He saw some flaws in the Saturday scrimmage, especially as it went on, and the fatigue and the lack of conditioning began to show, but he felt today was, at least on the surface, the best practice so far of the tenure. There's one more to go before spring break. Then Tennessee will take a week off at about the third waypoint of practice, and then they'll return and finish off spring practice, and of course ending with the spring game on April 20th.
You know, these are the times now when you're going into practice 4 and 5, and now you're getting into the pads, and your legs become weary, your mind becomes weary, and that's where we talk about that mental conditioning, and that's where your overall discipline comes in, and this is where you got to grind it. You know, this is really where your team starts to be born. I'm kind of disappointed we have to break it up with with spring break coming up. We'll be 1/3 of the way, and now we can come back and now finish. But I like what I see in terms of our players. You know, their effort. You know, today was a great illustration of that.
So you can follow all our coverage on Go Vols Extra on the News Sentinel, and thank you for reading.